Hello guys, and welcome to my PHP tutorial for beginners. And in this video I would like to just go through all these 4 questions. Who is this tutorial for? And basically this tutorial is for everyone who wants to learn PHP. And like in all my video series and my video tutorials which you can find on my channel, I will be going in depth, step by step through all PHP language basics, and then we will start writing scripts, doing user validations, registrations, creating websites in PHP, and so on in this video series. And yes guys, if you are interested to learn PHP, then this tutorial will be for you, because we will be learning everything from scratch and everything in smallest detail, because I believe that if you are learning some programming language and to be good at that particular programming language, you should learn it from scratch and you should know every basics in that language. Otherwise you will not be able to program when it will come to writing your own programming scripts or scripts. You will not be able to do it because you will not know what exactly you can do with that particular language. I'm telling you this because I have a large experience in programming and application development and web application development. I have even experience in mobile application developer for Android as well. So as I will be in future creating Java tutorials. But for this PHP tutorial, this is for everyone who wants to learn in-depth PHP and understand how it works and dive into this programming language like slowly and understand it, really understand, because I will be explaining everything in detail and telling you why and what exactly we are using for and so on. So what you need to know to follow with this tutorial, with this particular PHP tutorial, you need to know only basic HTML and CSS. This is all what we will need. And if you don't have any experience or you don't know HTML and CSS, it's pretty easy to learn. You can learn HTML and CSS in 2 weeks. So you can understand it and you are able to follow this particular video series. And you can watch my HTML5 and CSS3 video series, so you can learn it there. And third question, what is PHP for? So PHP is for form validation and for writing server-side scripts. And if you know, with HTML we can create forms, we can create different things on our websites, but we can't collect data from those forms. We can't collect it, we can't store that data anywhere, and we don't even know where we can store that data. So PHP is server-side scripting language or server-side programming language, and it's native server-side programming language. That's why it's so popular. And its purpose is to get that data from users and put it into database. And I will be creating tutorial as well in MySQL or SQL, structured querying language, and I will be showing you later on, when we will get there, how we can actually write some script and for storing data in MySQL database. And fourth and last question is development environment. And development environment, when I started learning PHP, it was quite difficult to set up PHP on your computer, because you had to separately set up PHP, you had to separately set up server, and you had to separately set up MySQL database. But now you can do all this in less than 10 minutes. It's basically just clicking and setting it up. And under this video we will be using for these videos, as you see, I will be using Notepad++. If you are using Mac or Linux environment, you could use like Sublime Text, because that's very good text editor for those environments. And then to start developing with PHP, you basically need 3 things, and first is PHP language library itself. Second thing, you will need some server, and I will be using Apache server, which we will be installing on our local environment. And actually I will not be installing it. I have already created video how you can install all these in one video, and in less than 10 minutes you can set up your environment and start writing PHP, and you will have your Apache database, you will have your MySQL database server, Apache server, sorry guys, and you will have your PHP, and you can set it up in Samp environment. It's like MySQL, okay, and this all is in Samp, okay. Samp, you just install Samp and you will get PHP, you will get Apache server, and you will get MySQL database on your computer straight away. And like I said, find the link under this video where I am actually created video of how you can install Samp environment, which includes all these three parts. And if you didn't know, we can install it here on apachefriends.org website, where you just come to this website. You see that Samp gives you Apache server, MariaDB, which is pretty much the same as MySQL, only this is free open source database, and PHP. And Perl, you will not need Perl, however you will, with this installation you will get Perl bash scripting as well. And here you see you can download this environment, Samp for Windows or for Linux environment, or for Apple users this Mac OS environment. You just click and it will start downloading, and you just then when it's downloaded you just click on that particular folder and it will be executable file which will allow you to install this Samp on your computer, and you will have this Apache server, MariaDB database, or MySQL or MySQL database, where you will be storing data like from users, and PHP language library, so you can work with PHP. And yes guys, this is pretty much it. And PHP, like I mentioned before, it is server-side scripting language which allows you to manipulate with data and save data to database, or get your data to database and store that data in database, and then you can retrieve it, and in PHP scripts you can put it output on your HTML websites. If you use simply HTML and CSS for creating your websites, those are considered to be like static websites because they are not dynamic, they are not using any data. For example, imagine you are using Facebook, yeah, and when you are logging into that particular Facebook, you are entering your username and you are entering your password. And what PHP would do in this scenario, it would simply you will write a script in PHP which will check in database whether there is such a user with such an email and such a password, or with such a username and with such password. And if there would be user with such email and password, then it will allow you to log in and redirect you to that page where is only your details, or display your where are displayed your details. So that's pretty much what we can do with PHP, and many more things actually, but you will see them when we will start working with this powerful programming language. And as you know, Facebook was created by using PHP as well. Now it has more technology like C++ they use for their APIs and so on. Yes guys, this is pretty much it for introduction to this video, and like I mentioned before, I will leave a link of Samp installation environment video, how you can install Samp on your computer. I will leave a link to that video under this video, and just click on it and watch that video. And once you will install your Samp environment, you will get this icon like their icon, like you see with this bone or whatever orange icon on your desktop, and when you will click on it you will open this Samp control panel where you will just click start and start buttons, and it will start your Apache server. For example, I will click start, okay, it starts my Apache server, and I will click on MySQL, it starts MySQL database server. And once they are started, they will be showing buttons stop and Then you can go to any browser you are using and just type in localhost. Okay, and this will this is actually redirecting me for some reason, dashboard, and you will get this on your screen. And starting from there, I will explain you development environment in next video, and where you can find and create your directories, where you can find and create your applications or websites in next video. I will show you all it and how you can navigate to all files of this Samp. And yes, pretty much this is it for this video. And if you found this useful, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and see you in my next video.